Hey everyone, Jason Verdelli. Hope all is going well on another trip today. And today I want to talk a little bit about treating your business like an investment. And I think when we're trying to grow our businesses, I think one of the challenges, and actually before I get into this, I'll switch over here so you don't have to stare at me the entire time. But one of the challenges that we face sometimes when running a business or trying to grow a business, and I've worked with plenty of business owners over the past 13 years at this point to know this, is that sometimes the challenge is thinking of your business like a true investment. It's obvious that that's what it is, but sometimes we don't always look at it like that, or we get caught up in the busy work, and we get caught up in some of the different challenges maybe with growing that business, and we stop looking at it like an investment. We might even start looking at it like a job. And a good colleague of mine that I've been working with for years now, we had a great discussion about this, which is really looking at making the separation between a job and an investment. Job is where you're making money, or you're getting something in return for your talents and time, whereas your investments are where you're making money from your money. You're reinvesting back in. So one of the things that there's two things that I do want to cover with you when it comes to treating your business like an investment. The first thing is as you would buy any investment, if you would reinvest your money back into, say, the stock market, what would you do? You'd research different, maybe past history of that stock and see how well that did. Maybe trends, over time. You would track some of those different things. You would track that. You would also track, when it comes to your investments, you would track the opportunity that exists. Right? So when it comes to looking at your business like this, there's enough information out there on the web, especially, that you can look at different ways that other businesses, maybe very similar to yours, have grown, and start to play off of some of that business intelligence. Maybe there's campaigns or marketing campaigns that have worked extremely well for some of those businesses. Instead of trying to recreate the wheel or feeling like you have to start from scratch, study some of those businesses, and again, don't recreate the wheel, and start to play off of some of that success. That's a shortcut. Ultimately, the growth hack, or the shortcut to seeing growth, is to not make the same mistakes that other businesses have made in the past. And what's great about the web is, there's a lot of people that are writing about this. Maybe they're writing about success or failures in certain industries. Say, if you're a law firm, there's a lot of blogs out there that write about what's worked and what hasn't worked. So the key thing here is the key point I'm trying to make, though, is that before getting ahead of yourself and starting making too abrupt decisions to grow your business, take a step back first and do a little bit of research to not make those same mistakes. The second thing I want to talk to you about is focusing, when you look at treating your business like an investment, is focusing on one part of that investment versus focusing on multiple different areas. So as an example, if you're a law firm, you might just focus in on one practice area that, and focusing on maybe a marketing campaign that is trying to capitalize on growing that particular practice area, versus looking at trying to grow every single practice area, where now it becomes extremely hard, or more difficult, more time consuming to manage the tracking of every single campaign along with every different practice group and so forth. When you're able to focus in on just one area of the business and really tracking your return on investment from that area, or from your marketing campaigns in those areas, that's where you can start. When you can identify what your return on investment is, and then you can look at it and say, our return on investment is we spent $2,500 and made $100,000. Then you can treat it like your business like a real investment, because now you're going to look at the other $98,000 or $97,000 some dollars as money that you can throw, portion of that money you can throw back into your other investments, maybe growing another practice area, right? So, but it gets you to frame out how you're making your investments in your business. It really should be no different than how you might make investments personally into stock markets, into real estate, any of these other different areas that we might look at as, sort of separate investments. Your business is an investment. If you're working in your business, you're putting your own time and talent to grow that investment, not to create a job for yourself. That is the difference of, again, owning a business and working inside of a business. So that's really, really, really key, is to make sure, again, focus in on returning on your investment in one area. Just focus in on that, and then reinvesting that, tracking everything, and then reinvesting that into other areas that are appropriate to grow your business. So really, really, really important. I get 2 factors, just to recap, is, first is look at your business like a true investment. Study past history of what's worked, what hasn't worked for other similar businesses. Again, there's plenty on the web, but take that time to do it. I'm sure you know about it. I'm sure it seems like common sense, but sometimes we get ahead of ourselves. So make sure we do that research. And again, the second part here is just focusing on just one area of the business. Track everything with that. Come back, actually document what that return on investment is, what that dollar amount is, and then now you can feel much more comfortable in taking a portion of that and reinvesting. And that's smart growth. That's really smart growth. And when you're looking at your business like a true investment. So thanks again for taking a trip with me today. And oops, got my hand here in front of it. So hopefully this has been helpful. If you have questions or you need help in anything I talked about today, in researching growth for your business, as well as what areas should you what areas should you focus on in your business, you want to have that conversation, go ahead and go to jasonverdelli.com, and you can contact me through there. Plenty of places on the website where you can contact me, and I'm glad to have the discussion. So again, thanks for joining in, and until next time, have a great rest of your day.